inclusive mass democracy with mechanisms of both representation and accountability and also political participation. These are not easy things to do. They are not easy things to do to have a true mass democracy. In Latin America, there are very few cases that are successful, and the ones that do are usually not the ones that are continental-sized countries that have had a legacy of slavery. There is no choice, however, for Brazil, even though it's hard, to rededicate itself, now more than 50 years after the coup of 1964 and 30 years of democracy, the year Aldo was born, since the military left the Planalto, to deepening democracy and strengthening democratic institutions. So democracy has opened the door to conflict among rivals that we are seeing today and partners, exposures of corruption rather than merely its practice, and public frustration about unmet needs, while the politicians are asleep. What is really imperative is that democracy's messy conflicts be resolved by democratic means. Dave Trubeck is going to speak in a moment about some of these conflicts and their manifestation. I want to close by invoking Francisco Verfort's wonderful essay, Why Democracy? My students know I make them read it. I reread it from time to time to remind myself of the wisdom of that essay. And he linked inextricably democracy and freedom in that essay, along with civil society. But he also wrote, I found when I reread it in anticipation of this panel, the words, when the coup mentality becomes generalized practice, it is evident political procedures become perverted. My hope is that this does not come to pass in Brazil. Democracy may have bred conflict, exposed a sordid side of Brazilian politics as usual, and raised more challenges than the system seems like it can currently handle. But that is the nature of democracy. And the best hope for the next 30 years is democracy.